So I'm out here in the desert. Man, it's hot. Kind of reflecting on my last project, and I want to go through some tips for your next project in terms of being a DP or cinematographer. And the big one that I think that no one talks about that I want to get better with is lighting. And not lighting, but lighting fast. And a lot of people think, oh, I need to be able to light, or I can light anything. But the real question is, how quickly can you light it? What happens if the scene changes or the blocking changes? Can you adjust quickly? And that was one of the things that I struggled with on this last project. Was I didn't think about time as much, because I'm used to projects where you get a lot of time. But in low budget indies where you're trying to film a full feature movie, when you're selecting your gear, try to select what you can set up fast. So you can have a choice of 3 LED lights or 1 massive COB, or it's like the 600X, the Aperture 600X. I would have gone with the 600X a lot more if I did this over again, and just left a lot of the other lights at home, not tried to add so much texture, but just gotten a nice soft source. It's not lighting, it's how fast you can light. I heard one of the directors I work with, Michael Tuthill, in the last project, say something that really stuck with me. He told somebody to stay in your lane. I think that's something I should have done better at. A lot of times, in this project, there was scheduling conflicts and there was blocking issues. And there's a specific example where it was supposed to rain the next day. And so I went to the director and I said, let's try to film this scene today. It backfired because the next day it didn't rain, and one of the actors went home, and this reason he went home was because I filmed that scene. I got blamed for that because of me trying to step in to help out, and I really regret that because I didn't need that pressure. If the scheduling falls apart and you're the DP, you're good. It's not your responsibility. It's the ADs, it's the directors. Stay in your lane. Your job is framing, composition, lighting. You don't need any more work. And then if those things go wrong, it's clearly your fault. But if you do something, if you get in someone else's lane and it goes wrong and they blame you, it's not good. Ugh. Okay, so my next tip is to make sure you manage expectations with the director. And what do I mean by that? Is just to make sure that if you're getting bad circumstances, say 30 minutes to set up, or a terrible location in the middle of the field, and you don't have the proper equipment, and you don't have the time or the crew, make sure you tell them that. Say, okay, if you only give me 20 minutes to set up, I'm gonna do my best, and I hope it works. But there's a good chance it's not, and I want you to know that. It's not gonna look like the last scene where we had an hour to set up. A lot of times we hope for the best and we want the best, and our first thought is, I can do this. And that's a great attitude, but you have to be realistic. It's an easy mistake. It's a mistake that you do because you wanna do a good job and you're optimistic, so. Try not to be emotional when you're on set. It's really easy to do in art to get caught up in the moment and get emotional. If things don't work out, it's more important to build relationships and friendships than it is to have everything perfect. And that's something you could work on in life, not just in cinematography, just to be calm, level-headed, just flow with the punches. So, yep. So my last tip is to make sure that you're managing your crew. So you have people under you as the director of photography that are looking for you on guidance. And you need to, in order to succeed, you've got to make sure everyone is doing something and they know what they're doing. And I know this is tough because a lot of times it's all your equipment and you're the only one that knows how to do everything. You're the only one that knows how to work your camera, set up the lights, so whatever. And so what you need to do is you need to train people early. And the other thing is that you gotta make sure you have enough people. You are directing people, and that's just as important. Maximizing their time is just as important as what you do. So that's all I have for today. I am literally a little lost and running out of light. So hope you got something out of this video, and hopefully I see you in the next one.